Hey guys, Kingkade here and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all some tips and tricks on Arm Wrestling Simulator. Let's get right into this. So these tips and tricks are for beginning game players and also end game players. So pretty much anyone can use these tips. Might just take a little bit longer for beginning game players to use some of them. So for the first tip, what it is enchanting your pets and like how you want to enchant them. So whenever you enchant, I recommend enchanting them on an alt count. But I know some of y'all aren't able to do that because for some of y'all, you don't have an alt count that is in the same world as you. But what you could do is you could super rebirth once and then trade over some pets to your alt count, maybe 3 or 4 of like your best pets, maybe not your best ones, maybe some like these down here, trade them over, and then that would be the only time that you have to trade pets to your alt count, because then on your alt count you can spend like a day grinding over to world 5, and then once your alt count is in world 5 or whichever world that you're in, whenever you need your pets enchanted, you can just trade them over to your alt count, and then you can rebirth on your alt count, so then you don't have to spend any of your rebirths on your main count, and then you don't have to rebirth anymore, and it's just a lot better, so then you don't have to waste your strength every time that you want to enchant pets. It may sound a little bit confusing, but it does help. But whenever you enchant your pets, what I recommend doing is enchanting your best pets with the lucky enchant. So this enchant right here, the lucky enchant, I recommend putting these on your best pets, because whenever you go ahead and hatch eggs, you'll have this lucky enchant and you can gain strength at the same time. But for the winner enchant, such as this enchant down here, I don't recommend putting these on your best pets because you can't grind strength and grind wins at the same time, so there's no reason to put the winner enchant on your best pet. And yeah, so let's go ahead and head over to world 5 and I'll show y'all an example. So whenever I hatch pets, what I would do is I would just turn on this right here. I would just go ahead and grab this, and then I would just head over to world 5, and then I would just AFK open pets right here while I go ahead and grind strength. And since my best pets have the lucky enchant, that means I will go ahead and get the luck boost and gain strength at the same time, so I don't have to sacrifice like how much strength I get. Because before, what I did is I would unequip my best pets, and then I would equip some bad pets that have the lucky enchant on them, and it would just really slow me down because it doesn't give me nearly as much strength. So I would AFK strength and AFK eggs at the same time, so you can go ahead and do 2 in 1. And then whenever you need more wins, I would just unequip my best pets, and then I would equip my winner pets down here. I would just equip all of them, and then I would go ahead and AFK this person right here, because you can't grind strength and wins at the same time. So your pets that have the winner enchant on them, they don't need to be good at all, because you can't grind strength and wins at the same time. So yeah, just make sure that your best pets have the lucky enchants, so you have a better chance of hatching better pets. Also, whenever you're putting winner enchants on your pets, they don't have to be the worst ones. Like I could put them on these pets right here, because these ones aren't my best ones, but they also aren't the worst ones. So I could put the winner enchant on them if I wanted to, but I just recommend putting your lucky enchant on your best pets. Another tip that I have is whenever you are a beginning game player, make sure that you open up any event eggs. So just let's go ahead and head over to world 1. So if you're in world 1, what you want to do is just go ahead and beat this person like 1 time, so you only need like 300 strength. And then once you have a win, if there's any event egg over here, which this event egg been here for like a month now, I think actually over a month, so whenever you play the game, it will most likely be here, or if it's not here, then a different event egg will probably take its place. But these pets are really good for beginner game players. Like the best one right here, I believe it does times 15,000, and then the worst one right here does times 57. It's not very good for end game players, but if you're a beginning game player, this pet right here is twice as good as the best pet that you can get from this egg right here. So it's really good for beginning game players. It's also better than like all the pets that you can get in the second world as well, and these ones down here are better than all the pets that you can get in the third world. So I highly recommend opening this if you're a beginning game player, and it only costs 1 win, so it's very easy to open, because all you need to do is beat this person once right over here, and then you can already go ahead and open it. Another thing that I recommend is if you're in the third world, and if there's any limited time worlds such as the Atlantis world over here, which this world been in the game for like a month now, and it still says leaving in 3 weeks, but it's not leaving in 3 weeks. It's been saying that for like over a month and it still hasn't left. But if you're in world 3 and there is a limited time world over here, I recommend going in it, because most likely the pets will be really OP. Like the pets over here, the best pet, not the best pet, but this pet right here, the 5% chance one, that is still a pretty high percent chance, is already better than the best pet that you can get in world 4. And this one right here, the best one, the 1 in 1 million, it's actually nearly as good as the best pet that you can get in world 5. But just this pet right here, you have a pretty high chance of getting it, a 5% chance with all of your luck boosts. That's a pretty high percent chance, and it's better than the best pet that you can get in world 4. So that means it's better than all of these pets, and it's better than all of these pets right over here. So I highly recommend doing that. The next tip that I have is you should either be AFK in wins or AFK in eggs. You can also AFK strength while you're opening eggs at the same time. If you really need strength, you could just like grind these walls overnight right over here. These walls over here are actually the best thing to AFK right now. So these will give you the most strength. But what I recommend doing is not AFKing those until you like actually really need strength really badly. Because what I recommend doing is just going over here, grabbing one of these, and then heading back over to world 5, and then just AFKing eggs while you AFK strength at the same time. Because you can do 2 at once. And these walls, they are better, but they're not too much better. It's not like you gain like 5 times more strength by doing the walls, but the walls are a little bit better. But you can just grab this right here and AFK this and the eggs at the same time. The only time that I really recommend AFKing walls is if you have like the best pets. Like right now, if I wanted to, I don't have to AFK eggs anymore because I already have this pet right here, which is the 3rd best pet in the game. And most of them are ghosts, not all of them, but most of them are. So I don't really need to AFK eggs if I don't want to, but I'm still gonna anyway. And then whenever you run out of wins, what I recommend doing is just going over here and AFKing one of these people until you have enough wins to go ahead and AFK strength and AFK eggs once again. Also, whenever you're opening eggs, if you already have a full team of huge void gem triceratopses right here, I recommend just opening up this egg because the skeleton T-Rex right here is actually better, and this egg over here is a lot cheaper. So if you already have a full team of huge void gem triceratopses like I do right here, so I recommend just AFKing this egg right here and just grinding these skeleton T-Rexes if you already have a full team of gem triceratopses. And yeah, those are all the tips I have on Arm Wrestling Simulator. Once again, just to go ahead and wrap it up, AFK eggs and AFK strength at the same time, and then whenever you're not doing that, AFK wins. And make sure that your best pets do have the lucky enchant on them, so then you can go ahead and have a higher percent chance to hatch the best pet in the egg and gain tons of strength at the same time because the lucky enchant is on your best pets. And put the winner enchant on a pet that isn't as good. Doesn't have to be your worst pet, but just a pet that isn't as good as your best one. And if you're in the first few worlds, make sure that you do AFK the limited time events such as the Atlantis world in world 3 and the limited time egg right over here in world 1. Also, I forgot to mention, I don't really recommend AFKing these things right here unless you're in the first 2 worlds. You can open maybe like 100, but don't recommend opening up like more than 100 because it's just not worth AFKing this. I would rather AFK this egg over here or the Atlantis pets in world 3. And yeah, that's gonna be all for this video though, so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.